Hey guys, Kara here, and today I want to show you some of the awesome stuff I've been doing on Instagram that's really helped me get targeted followers. So I'm going to walk you through the actual steps that I take every day. Now, it may seem a little bit overwhelming in the beginning, but I want to let you know that these are like rote things, and if I do my Instagram for me, 30 minutes a day. That's what I can do, and it's so simple. But you have to be organized. So I'm going to kind of flip back and forth, show you some stuff on my phone. Please write down the apps that I talk about, and I'll list them as well. And then I'm going to screen share and show you what my computer looks like. Okay, so the first thing I did was I downloaded this app called Followers. Now, under Followers, it tells me there's a bunch of really cool categories. So like I said, these are a couple apps I flip between. Now, I'm just refreshing it now. So this is my screen. There's a weird glare, I'm so sorry, but it tells me how many new followers I have from the last time I reset it, how many people have unfollowed, my blocks, how many people do not follow me back, and how many people I don't follow back, okay? So the first thing I did was I cleaned out people I was following that weren't following me back. I didn't realize how many celebrities I was following, or like other top coaches also, and like or even coaches I was friends with that weren't following me back. So I was like, I don't need that. Like, my Instagram is my business, and I don't need to be distracted by Kim Kardashian's butt again, right? So what I did was I went to the ones that says are not following back, okay? And I kind of scrolled to the bottom because it goes in a numerical order or chronological order. Then you follow them. So as you can see on mine, I have a couple people that I kept. Brandy Bott, Scotty Hobb, Micah Folsom, some top coaches I really like to follow their stories, so I kept them there. There's maybe about 50 of them. Then there's a bunch of people who I don't really actually know, or I know them and they're not following me back. So what I did was I kind of went to this button here and I clicked unfollow, and it kind of lets me bulk unfollow them. I want to make sure I'm not, okay. It lets me bulk unfollow about 60 people every hour. So I went from following about 3,000 people to right now I follow about 1,100 people. Okay, so that was a huge drop of people. I was just following them. Now, why do you want to do that? It's a little ego. It like looks cooler when you're following less people that are following you, but it's also like you don't need to have 1 million followers. You do want it to be professional. And so I went through and I cleaned it out, and that took me like 3 days because I could only do it once an hour. So I went through, and every hour I would just click the button, click the button, click the button. Once it was cleaned out, it was helpful. So your first step is clean it out, because then the next steps are so much easier because you know who you're talking to. Okay, so I cleaned that out. Once that is cleaned out, I then started to grow my followers. I use the app. They just changed the name. It's called Crowdfire now. It used to be called Just Unfollow. Then I started to use this app to find more people that were targeted. Instagram's a follow for follow culture, right? So this app's cool. There's a lot of cool things you can do here. One is that you can do this thing called Takeoff. I don't really use it as much, but Takeoff allows you to schedule photos and posts in Instagram. It doesn't post them for you, but you can pre-schedule like a whole day's worth of Instagram, and then what you have to do is it'll pop up like, it's 10 o'clock, schedule your Instagram, and you can hit a button. So that is a time saver, because I think you should always do things in batches, where you batch things. Like, I unfollow all people at once. I answer messages at once. It's a time saver. So you should schedule your posts at once, and then you can just click a button. There's also these things called admirers, where you can see who liked the most of your posts, and it updates and stuff. And that's cool to see who's following you. Do you guys want to see who my top admirer is? It's really exciting. It's this dog. This dog is my top. Sorry. But like, what is that? Come on, right? So this dog likes my stuff. So silly. Okay, there's a bunch of other stuff you can do, but what I do on here is I go to this thing called Copy Followers. Okay, this is another one that you can only do a certain amount every hour. So I type in something, an account that maybe my followers would like. Fitness Magazine, Jillian Michaels, Fit Bride, The Knot, Parenting Magazine. What are all those accounts that people like? You could do that. I try not to do other Beachbody coaches, Chalene Johnson. People are popular in the Beachbody community because then you get a bunch of coaches, right? So say, for example, I'll do Self Magazine. I think I can do some actually right now. I think I'm not in between my thing. Okay, so I search Self Magazine, and it comes up at the top. You click the blue button, and it brings up all the people that follow them. So what I do is about 4 times a day, I bulk follow. And I kind of just look. You can see in their profiles, a lot of times people who are in MLMs, like they put that they're in MLMs in their profile. I hope you don't. I hope that your name doesn't have Beachbody in it. I hope that you don't write you're a Beachbody coach in your profile. You don't want people to ask you about that. Mine is Coaching with Kara, and I want to say something about that. That's my brand because I want to be a life coach. It's not about Beachbody coaching. And so if you have a like page, don't call it Beachbody Coach, whatever. Honestly, call it your name because you're branding yourself. People could buy Shakeology from anyone. You want them to buy it from you. So that's just something like get the domains with your name on it. I should get KaraHarvey.com, Kara Harvey, everything, so that when I'm ready to maybe move, I can do that. Anywho, so I pick people whose like profiles are in English, if they're not guys, whatever my target market is, and you click the plus button, and you can add up to 60 people. Wow, if I just like take 6, and like you could, if you wanted to, you could even click on their profile. You can click their face, and their profile pops up. So you can even like be even crazier. But I don't because I don't have time for that. So I do that to 60 people. What happens is I get a bunch of people who start to follow me right away. Cool. That's exciting. And then I get some people who don't. Whatever. So I do that 4 times a day. The next day, the first thing I do, my 4 times a day, because I can only do it, once every hour, is I go back to the followers app. I scroll down. I go to my Are Not Following You Back. Scroll down to the bottom. Go back to the people I want, past the people I don't want to follow. Like all those coaches I want to keep following. And then I unfollow them. Until the only people are left are the people that aren't following me back that I want to still follow in hopes that one day, Anita Myron will follow me back. Maybe, right? So I do that until they're all gone. Now you're like, wait a minute, you just followed them yesterday. Isn't that kind of crappy to unfollow them? No. What happens is sometimes they still follow me back, and other times they don't. And it is what it is. And I might request to follow them again. I don't have time to sit and analyze it. I just do it in bulk. And here's what I'm going to say about doing it in bulk and doing it this way. When I came back 2 weeks ago from Florida, I had 900 followers, 950. As of right now, this number is 1375. That's how many followers I've gained in 2 weeks. That's awesome, right? It doesn't stop there, though. Just because you have all these followers, nothing will happen for you on Instagram unless you make it happen. So here's the next step, okay? And again, this is systematic. It takes a bit of time, but if you put the time in, it works. So I unfollow in bulk once all my unfollowing is done. Then I copy following in bulk. Once all that's done, I do the next step, which is engage with my new followers. So what I do is, under the new followers tab, right now I have 4. Here's a tip. If you go to your Instagram and you go to this page where it gives you your notifications, anyone who followed me, so when I'm doing this, I click on their name, so Zebra1009, I click on their name, and I just like look at their profile real quick, like 5 of their pictures. And if there's one I can comment on, I comment on one. When you do that, when you do this next step, it makes it easier. So because you've engaged in their name. So I have these kind of 2 tabs open at the same time, so I can flip back and forth. So here's what I do. I write a direct message. If you don't know how to do a direct message, that's this thing up in the corner. I have 2. Oh, look cool. And I'll show you kind of how I do it. So this is an example of one. I send them a picture. When you send a DM, you need a picture. This one is my 5 tips to establish a workout routine. Sometimes I send my before and after. I also have a video that I'll show you that I send. Okay? I send it to that person, and I write this. Thanks for following me. If you want more free tips on health and fitness, recipes, and support, click the link in my bio, and I can send you my free 5 must-have tips to establish a workout routine. Feel free to shoot me an email at karacamilleri@gmail.com, text me at, or find me at, have a great day. Hope to hear from you soon. Okay? I send that out. One thing you need to make sure is you have something to link them to in your bio. So if you don't have a free offer right now, link to your Facebook page, okay? So I send that out. When you get a new message on direct message, you get this little guy. So this is someone who responded back to me. I sent that, and she said, thank you. I've started getting back into my routine of working out and eating healthy. I have so many struggles, but I'd love encouragement or inspiration. Thanks for contacting me. That's cool, right? Here's the other thing that happens. People get back to you. People don't get back to you. People unfollow you. Let it roll off your back. Who cares? Maybe you're not for them. Okay? I'm also going to show you the video I send so you can kind of hear it. It's not the best, and every time I show it, I'm like, I need to refilm this, but I got to do my hair. This is a video I send that makes it really personal.
Hi, thanks for following me. My name's Kara, and I really appreciate you following me on Instagram at Coaching with Kara. If you want any more tips or help with your health and fitness journey, find me on Facebook. I'll put the link in the message. I'd love to help support.
So I send that with that message, right? Okay. Now, I do that in a bulk. So before I made this video, I had 89 new followers. So maybe I don't do it every day. I do it that actually 89. That was in one day. 89 followers in one day. Isn't that crazy, right? And so I sent it to the 89 followers. I typically do it once every other day, because it just is quicker and more routine. The other thing I do on Instagram is like a kind of a hashtag search. I'll hashtag something my target market might like, and I engage and I ask them questions. Do not put things like awesome, cool, this rocks, whatever, lame, oh. Ask them a question. Hey, where'd you get those sneakers? Wow, how old are your kids? Hey, how do you like this workout? Are you on a health and fitness journey too? Connect with them that way. They are getting tons of spammy people. And that's the reason why in some people's bios it says no reps, no coaches, no groups, because they've had a bad experience. And your job is to be the good experience. Okay, now, here's where my hyper-organization is going to kick in. Are you ready? Here's how I just started doing this. So I'm not going to say I was perfect. I didn't do this in the beginning, and I wish I did because I know that there are people that I could have helped that I let go because their name was on a sticky and they got lost. Here's what I do. I'm going to share my screen and show you. I've created an Instagram contact list. Okay, let's pull it up. Oh, I should get to that girl. Okay, so here's my Instagram contact list. The date. So this is who made the initial contact because I share this with Katie, my assistant. So she made it. She puts her name. What their their Instagram name is, and any hashtag connection or a note. And then I put Facebook if I've kind of invited them over to Facebook. And this way I can interact with their page. I can keep notes. I know who I'm talking to. And that keeps me super, super organized for sure. All right, guys, those are my top Instagram tips. They've helped me in the past couple weeks. Really, I've gotten 3 people interested in the coach opportunity. I've gotten tons of people to come to my Facebook and tons of people to just start talking to me. I also just want to remind you to take some time on your Instagram pictures. I wasn't, and I now spend 5 whole seconds to make my Instagram look a little bit nicer using Photify. And, this is kind of a screenshot of what my Instagram looks like. It's pretty, it's eye-catching, people want to stop. There's only one post. This is how you should also test. See this like square? How many posts do you see for advertising my challenge group or anything with Beachbody? The only one I have is the one for our clean eating group. I don't have Beachbody anywhere else on here. Let's scroll down again. Let me see if I pass my own test while I'm all arrogant about how good it went. My coach opportunity is the only one on this page. Man, I didn't even advertise on this page. Oh, wait, Beachbody On Demand. Okay. So if you have any questions or tips, post them below. Instagram is an untapped resource that I think we will do so good on if we can really focus, okay? Have a great one.